You think you know your own body. You've lived in it your entire life. You control it. You understand it. You don't. Right now, as you watch this, your body is running hundreds of processes you know nothing about, making decisions you didn't authorize, doing things that would disturb you deeply if you could see them. You are not the operator of this machine. You are a passenger, and the machine has its own agenda. CurioCrypt. Fact File 007. Your body's darkest secrets. Let's go inside. Right now, inside your body, approximately 50 billion cells are dying. Today alone, every day. This is not disease. This is not damage. This is your body deliberately killing its own cells in a process called apoptosis. Your body identifies cells that are old, damaged, or potentially cancerous and instructs them to self-destruct. The cell receives the signal, dismantles itself from the inside, and is quietly consumed by neighboring cells. No mess, no inflammation, no trace. When this process works correctly, you live. When it fails, when a cell refuses to die when it's supposed to, that cell begins dividing uncontrollably. That is cancer. Your body is running a constant silent purge of billions of cells every single day, and the only thing standing between you and catastrophic illness is how well your cells follow their own death instructions. You are alive because your cells know how to die. Your digestive system contains approximately 500 million neurons. That is more neurons than exist in the brain of a cat. Scientists call it the enteric nervous system, and it operates almost entirely independently from your brain. It has its own reflexes, its own sensory systems, its own ability to process information and make decisions without consulting your brain at all. The gut and brain communicate via the vagus nerve, a direct line between your stomach and your mind. But here is what most people don't know. 90% of the signals on that nerve travel from the gut to the brain, not the other way around. Your gut is not receiving orders from your brain. Your gut is sending orders to your brain. The bacteria in your digestive system produce neurotransmitters, including serotonin. Approximately 95% of your body's serotonin, the chemical most associated with mood and happiness, is produced in your gut, not your brain. When you have a gut feeling, it is not a metaphor. It is your second brain talking, and it may know more than you think. Your immune system remembers every pathogen it has ever encountered, every virus, every bacteria, every parasite that has ever entered your body and been defeated. It stores this information in specialized cells called memory B cells and memory T cells. They can survive for decades. Some scientists believe certain immune memories last an entire lifetime. Your immune system encountered a pathogen when you were 3 years old, and it still has a record of exactly how to destroy it 50 years later. But here is the darker side. Your immune system also makes mistakes. Sometimes it misidentifies a harmless substance as a threat and attacks. That is an allergy. Sometimes it misidentifies your own body's tissues as foreign and attacks those too. That is an autoimmune disease. Lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes, your immune system, with the best intentions, destroying the very body it was built to protect. The most sophisticated defense system ever produced by evolution sometimes turns on itself. You have a blind spot in each eye, a point on your retina where the optic nerve connects, containing no photoreceptors at all, completely blind. You have never seen it, not because it isn't there, but because your brain fills it in. Without your conscious awareness, your brain takes the visual information around the blind spot and extrapolates, invents, what should be there. It creates a seamless image by fabricating the missing section. You are looking at a hallucination right now. A small portion of everything you see is not real. It is your brain's best guess, and it goes further than that. Your eyes only process about 10 megapixels of detail in the central area. The peripheral vision you rely on is low resolution and colorless. Your brain upscales it, colorizes it, sharpens it, in real time. without telling you. The world you think you're seeing is a heavily edited, partially fabricated reconstruction that your brain generates 60 times per second. You have never seen reality directly, not once. At the end of every chromosome in your body sits a structure called a telomere, a protective cap, like the plastic tip on a shoelace. Every time a cell divides, the telomere gets slightly shorter. When it gets too short, the cell can no longer divide safely. It enters a state called senescence. It stops functioning properly, and the tissue it belongs to begins to deteriorate. This is aging, not a mystery, not a disease, a built-in countdown, encoded into every cell you have. Scientists can measure telomere length and estimate with reasonable accuracy how much biological life a person has left. Your body has been tracking this number since the moment you were conceived. Every stress, every illness, every sleepless night shortens the clock. The good news, certain behaviors, exercise, sleep, stress reduction, can slow telomere shortening. And an enzyme called telomerase can actually rebuild them. The biological clock is real, it is measurable, and for the first time in human history, we may be learning how to slow it down. Your nervous system runs on electricity. Every thought, every movement, every sensation is an electrical signal, a tiny voltage jumping across a gap between neurons. At rest, your brain generates approximately 20 watts of power, enough to power a dim light bulb. Your heart generates an electrical field that can be detected several feet outside your body. The ECG machine doesn't create the signal. It simply reads the one your heart is already broadcasting into the room around you. When that electrical signal stops, so do you. Every person you've ever stood close to has been inside your heart's electrical field, and you have been inside theirs. There is a measurable, physical connection between every human being who has ever stood near each other. Not metaphorical, not spiritual, electrical. 50 billion of your cells die today. On purpose. Your gut makes decisions your brain doesn't know about. Your immune system sometimes attacks you. Your eyes fabricate parts of everything you see. Your chromosomes are counting down, and your heart broadcasts electricity into the room around you. You have been living in this machine your entire life, and you are only just beginning to understand it. Subscribe to CurioCrypt. Fact File 008 is coming, and the next question is one that physics itself can't answer.